Before we started, every single space, we would always talk to the audience, look them in the eye and say hello. When we were at Santanella Maximum Security Prison, I go to one gentleman, hello. He asks me, so who are you playing? And I say, oh, I'll be playing Isabella. Oh, Isabella, the sister of Claudio, sentenced to death by Angelo. And they went, do you know this show? Should you perform it? Shall I sit down? And he goes, no. When I knew you all would be coming here to do the show, I had my wife look it up and find out what it's about. And so she's been telling me about it every time she visits in anticipation, so I would be prepared. And I heard that and I remember thinking to myself, oh, I must now do the best acting I've ever done in my entire life. So off I go to go see my brother. Guess who is there visiting with Claudio? Undercover friar. So Isabella arrives and the friar, still undercover, goes around the corner and he listens in on everything. So Isabella sees her brother. Claudio immediately goes, so sister, what's the news? And oh, good indeed. Angelo has some business in heaven. You have to go there to do it for him. And he's all, oh, I'm gonna die. She's all, yeah, you are gonna die. And he goes, okay, I accept that. And she goes, I knew you would. You're a really great person. I mean, there's a thing I could have done, but it would kill us both. And he goes, oh no, you wouldn't. I wouldn't have wanted you to do that. Out of curiosity, what did he want you to do? Claudio, can you believe that he wanted me to give him my virginity? And Claudio's like, what? And she's all, yup. And he's all, oh, that's terrible. And she's all, I knew you would say that. You are my father's son. And he goes, yeah, it's bad. But he's a good person, right? And the Duke left him in charge. And if he thinks it's a thing that's not that bad, then it might not be that bad. And it would save my life. I wouldn't have to die, and death is terrible. Doing something to save someone means that thing you did isn't bad. Isabella, I want to live. Please don't let me die. It's out. He spirals. She's shocked. You should die. I didn't know you were so sinful. I thought this was an accident. Clearly, sin is your trade. Sin is your job. It is best that you die. I am glad my father's dead, so he doesn't have to see this. Bye. Shame. This poor nun. And she pieces out, and the friar catches her. Goes, so I heard everything that happened between you and Angelo. That's really messy. She goes, I know it's messy, it's terrible, and no one will believe me, but I just wish the Duke was here so he could know what's going on in his land. So he says, hey, have you heard of this woman named Mariana? I kind of have, I don't know her too well. I know she's really sad about stuff. And he goes, well, let me tell you, a couple of years ago, she was supposed to marry Angelo, but then her brother died, taking her dowry with him. While she was mourning, Angelo said, I'm not gonna marry her anymore, and said that she was a slut to everyone and just peaced out.
Oh, he has a history.
Oh, Isabella goes, what? This is terrible. And the friar goes, okay, you're right, this is terrible. So I have a plan. You're gonna go back to Angelo and you're gonna say to him, you thought about it and you're just gonna do the thing that he wants you to do. Willing to meet him in a very dark place where he can't see you. You'll cover your face the whole time, midnight. So you go do that. And Isabella's all afraid, but she does it anyways. Later on, we finally see this Mariana. She's basically all sad listening to Coldplay, thinking about the man that left her. Some women, just want men who don't want them. And the friar arrives, and then Isabella arrives. And they say, okay, did you do it? And Isabella goes, yep, I did. He was all excited and like shaking and he was nervous and he told me, okay, so we go to the vineyard, you go around the vineyard, you'll see a big gate, you'll go through the big gate, there'll be a little gate, you'll go down the little gate and then around the corner to the left and that's where it'll happen. He is just so giddy to rape this woman. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Mariana, did you hear all of that? You're going to go make sure he does not see you, and that's what happens. So once it's done, Angelo sends word to kill Claudio even sooner because he is racked with guilt and needs to get rid of all the evidence. Isabella meets up again with the undercover friar and she asks him, so what about my brother? So, your brother's dead.
Angelo, rotten Angelo.
Isabella freaks out. The friar tells her it's okay, the Duke is coming back tomorrow. You go to the gates tomorrow, and that's where the Duke will be, and we'll tell him everything that's happened. I mean, I won't be there, you'll have to do it, but Mariana will be there as well, and you two will take care of it. You will get justice. And she goes, that's all I ever wanted. That's all I ever wanted. That and to marry Jesus. Maka awusho, the person pretending. Ugotu Angelo, ubenjan. What was he like? The actor could not have been more different than Angelo. The physicality was a lot more aggressive than what we ended up with. And we were one-on-one on a break. It was just the two of us. And he asked, hey, how are you feeling about this? And I remember not being very eloquent because just words coming out of my mouth of, I don't know, it seems a lot. The words though, wow. And we went back into the space. Director asked, so how is everyone doing? And he raised his hand. And he said, I think we're doing a little bit much with the physicality of this, and I think that the language is enough, and I think we could pare this down. I could not find the words. I could not advocate for myself. And he just did it. He had an ability to do something I could not do, and he did it. He did not ask for thank yous from me. He did not make a Facebook post about how amazing it is to advocate for other people and how we should all be doing the same. He just did the thing. I learned there that that's actually what being an ally is. So, like I said, I mean, it was challenging, but I had the audience. I was never alone. And I knew that the person that thing was happening with was actually my biggest advocate. So, I was okay. And then what happened? So, it's the day that the Duke is supposed to come back. And he told Angelo to meet him at the gate, and he told anyone in the city that if they want justice, they should also be at the gate to come and complain. That's when I, as Isabella, came in and demanded that I needed justice. I saw it and I got up on a bench and I'm like, justice, justice. And the audience got in on it. Justice, justice. I'll tell you now, when you perform Shakespeare at foofy places and you say things like, justice, justice, they watch you like this. But when we went out into the community, they got into it and they were like, yeah, justice, justice. Justice, yeah, they must get justice. What, the Duke is all, hey, you lady, I don't know. Who are you? What do you want here? And she says, I need to talk to you. I need to tell you what has happened to me because you don't know. There is a snake in the grass here. This place is filthy and rotten and we need justice. Hey, chill. What's up? What's happening? And she says, that Angelo, he is disgusting, he is filthy, and I came to talk to him about my brother, and he just wanted my body. And Angelo's like, listen, Duke. So I do know her, she's a nun, came to talk about her brother. I said no, he was guilty, he was killed. So now she's just making up stuff, and she's crazy. So Angela's spoken, and that's what it seems is up. Isabella's kind of taken aback. If this is all there is here, I'm gonna pray for you all because you're so obsessed with law and order that you're treating your own citizens terribly. This is unholy. I'm gonna pray for all of your souls. At which point the Duke goes, lock that lady up. She's like, what? And then Mariana comes out, but she's covered, right? And Mariana goes, I need to speak too. Again, the Duke is all, who is this veiled woman? I don't know. Mariana says, hey, Angela, you don't recognize this hand that you said that you would take in marriage? You don't recognize this face that you said was worth loving? This body that took Isabella's place last night? And Angela's all, oh, you know what, Duke? So I did know this woman about 5 years ago. Haven't spoken to her in years. Her brother died. She's crazy. Her dowry, crazy. Slutty, crazy. Wait, Angela goes, so I've been smiling and I've been really nice about this. My name is being dragged through the mud. Clearly a calculated and orchestrated political hit, and we need to find out who is behind this. Uti conspiracy. The Duke is all, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, someone's behind this. Does anyone know? And someone yells out, the friar. And the Duke goes, oh, okay, I'll go find the friar. He leaves. And then he comes back in disguise as the friar, but very soon he gets revealed that he's the Duke. The Duke is the friar, friar's the Duke, undercover friar. One person. And he says, listen, I've seen everything. I've seen it all, Angelo. Bamba. And now that Angelo has finally been discovered by a man, he admits to what he does. He says, yeah, you're right. I did that. That's terrible. You should sentence me to death. The Duke goes, not so easy. That woman, for whatever reason, loves you, still wants to marry you. So lady, do you still want him? She goes, yes, take him. And they're married. She still wants to marry him. I have a friend like that. She got dumped over text once. And at that point, the Duke goes, great, we did that. But they should be an Angelo for Claudio. They should be measure for measure. So Angelo, you will be sentenced to death. Angelo's relieved because he hates himself. Mariana freaks out because she still loves him for whatever reason. She tries to beg for his life and the Duke goes, listen, I hear you, but this man, someone was begging for someone else's life yesterday and no one spared that person. So this is what he gets. And Mariana goes to Isabella and goes, Isabella, won't you help me? Isabella gets down on her knees in front of the Duke and goes, I think maybe he wasn't ill-intentioned perhaps until he saw me. Intentions are not illegal. And since we did stop him from doing this thing, and what my brother did was illegal, we should let him live. Because he did not technically break the law, and I'm willing to forgive. Yeah, Beth, it's just who she is. The type of human being that none of us should have to aspire to. But that's what she says, and the Duke goes, nah. And says that he should be killed off anyways. But then, Claudio's brought out, and Isabella freaks out because she thought he was dead. She was told he was dead. The Duke told he was dead. He's alive. He's gonna marry Juliet. So Angela's will be allowed to live, even though he's been told on and off he's gonna die. Because they've decided that, well, him living with a woman he doesn't want to live with is kind of death and punishment enough.
But what happens to Isabella?
And then technically, maybe they get married.
Wait, they get married?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me, sorry.
Isabella marries the undercover friar? The Duke?
So this play falls into the category of problem play. Comedies, everyone ends up together happily. Tragedies, everyone ends up dead together happily. But this one is messy. It doesn't tie up like that. So we left it ambiguous. We left it so that maybe the Duke asks Isabella to help him run the kingdom. But if you ask any Shakespeare academic, he will tell you that they definitely get married. And that's measure for measure. So, Maka, what do you think the moral is? I think there are lots of lessons, but I think for a contemporary audience, the most important lesson for us to take away, this has been happening for a really, really, really long time. And you say Shakespeare is not relevant, and I wish this was not relevant. I want this to not be relevant. I want this play to have no meaning, and I want no one to be able to relate to it. And for me, that's the relevance. How do we actually attain justice? Because it's been a problem for a really, really long time.
It wasn't as boring as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, well, that's why we're sipping and telling.
Wow, that's a weird play.
Thank you for watching Sip and Tell, the highlights from Measure for Measure. What Shakespeare play do you want the highlights from next? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please consider liking or subscribing.